What is going on, everybody? Back again with another video. So today, got something I don't normally do. It's an Xbox controller. Let's go ahead and take a look. So, one thing, looking up, I don't know about you guys, but one of the most popular games out today for first-person shooters is obviously Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And a lot of things with the controller, you gotta use, if you use a controller, because I am a keyboard and mouse kind of guy, but I wanted to see what all the hype was when it came to trying out this aimbot, almost, pretty much aim assist when it comes with the controller. So I looked up, what would be the best way. So I have a regular Xbox controller that I had when I had my Xbox, and I use that. But then you don't have the paddles on the back to reassign the keys, because then you got to take your hands off of the sticks and everything, and it just doesn't work very well. And I mean, by no means am I good with the controller, but I got this thing. Was looking at an Elite, was looking at a Scuff, but I'm not into paying 170, or excuse me, 150 all the way upwards to $240 for a freaking controller, especially if I'm normally a mouse and keyboard kind of guy and I just want to use it for just to see what all the hype's about and to, I don't know, use it for my racing games. So I looked up this. You got PowerA Fusion Pro wire controller. Now it's a wire controller because of the fact that it is no latency when you use it for wired. Would I prefer it to be wireless? I guess that's is your opinion whether or not you want it to be wireless or not, but I don't mind the wired. So with this, what you see, it does come in two colors. You do have a black skin and a white shell. They're not really skins or shells because they're magnetic. You can see right here, they have a little lip right here that you can go ahead and take things off. So you just lift it up. See if I can do this with one hand. Yep, there you go. And it just comes off just like that. It has little magnets on the sides right there. And you're able to replace all of your sticks, which I'll get to that. It comes with an accessory bag and everything like that. It also lets you exchange the little, right now they're little, I guess you should say, steel color, silver, and then it just slides right back on. As you can see, there it goes. It doesn't come off. I've been using this thing for about a week now, seeing if I like it, and I really do like it. I mean, has my gameplay improved? That's to be desired. But anyways, it does have a 3.5mm jack, so you can hook up your headphones, all the normal, gadgets when it comes to the left and right thumbsticks, the bumpers. One of the great things is what we're going to talk about is the back. What makes this a pro? It does have the extra controls. Now with this, it does have a thing, if you don't want to use this, you just want to use it as a regular Xbox controller, you can take this little piece off. And just be mindful because it does have those connections that will go right there, so you don't want to damage those. And these are nice hard, little steel pieces, so they actually feel really good. They're really cool to the touch, and they're really responsive, so I really appreciate that. Another thing that you see right here is it does have a trigger where you actually can change how far you have to pull down your trigger. So right now I have them on the lowest setting, so that way I don't have to go all the way down. As you can see right here, I'll show you. This goes all the way down before it actuates and actually does anything. You put it on, it has 3 stages, a middle, so it will go right there and hit, and then you have the farthest, which literally stops right there. So for first-person shooter games, being able to hit that button like that really helps out when it comes to how fast you're able to, ADS or even to hit the fire button. So another thing it does have is these, it's not just all like that smooth plastic. It does have this nice rubberized feel to it. You can see that. But it's pretty nice, and to put this back on, you literally just up the tabs right there at the top, and you just push in, and then it slides right in. To program these buttons, you're going to have a program button right here. You hold it until the actual button, you light up front, it will start to flash. It will do like 3 flashes. Once it does the 3 flashes, then you just go ahead and you hit whichever button you want. Like let's say I want the D-pad right directional, hit it, and then on the back button, whichever one you want to assign it to, just click it. So that's enough about the controller. Let's talk about what you get in the box. So it comes in this nice hard carrying case. It comes with, like I said, some extra pads. These ones are dome shaped instead of concave. The ones that are on there are concaved, so they have that nice little texture feel on the sides. This is a domed one, but it's also a tall standoff instead of these ones are shorts that come on there by default. So it comes with 2 of those, and then it also comes with, if you don't want, like I said, if you don't want to use that the back cover with the little paddles, then it also has 2 extra colors, and these are just a bronze color. So it allows you a little bit of customization. Comes with a nice little book, tells you how to do everything in there. Pretty simple. Tells you what all the buttons are if you've never used one before. And they also make these, I know a lot of people probably, well, do they have one for, PlayStation? They do. I just happen to like the feel of the Xbox controller better, so I decided to go with the Xbox controller. Now the the full cable that goes with this, it's a 3-meter cable, so it's pretty long. I actually have it plugged up to my PC, so didn't really want to get that out. But it is a braided cable, just like, really high quality. And one thing I did have was, I know this isn't really part of the video, but I have a nice little Stormtrooper controller holder. It actually holds the controller really nice. And just to complete my setup, but I really like that thing. The controller itself is very responsive. The buttons feel great. They're actually a little elevated, if you can see that. They're raised a little bit more than a normal Xbox controller, so I feel like the reaction time on these, or not reaction time, but the actuation on these buttons are a lot more responsive. The clicks are a lot better. Now, one thing with me is I don't like the concave because I feel like over time it just makes your fingers hurt. But, again, that's just personal preference. But hey, if you guys want to look at this controller, the best thing about this is that this controller is only 80 bucks. So, for a pro controller, if you really are a controller player, and you want to use, definitely want to take an advantage and not have to move your hands and just use these back buttons in like FPS games, this is the best controller for that, especially at the price it is. So I got to give it to you, PowerA. This is a great product for the price, and I was expecting, to be honest, I've used Elite controllers before and they feel phenomenal. I do like the different directional pads, but you can obviously buy those. I'll put a link in my description where you can buy the different type of directional pads to where it looks like a circle instead of a, sorry, the filming thing off. Instead of it being like, the actual up, down, left, and right, it's more like a circle. You actually can put those on there. As well as I got some different keycaps, or not keycaps, I would say thumb caps to go on because they help out and they're not as, like I said, I don't like the concave. So these right here, I'll also put a link in the description for these. These just kind of clip on. They grab the side right there, as you can see, and it just kind of just clips on right there. And it just makes it a little bit, I feel like it's smoother and doesn't hurt my thumb as much. So if you guys want to take a look at those too, I'll also put that in the description. But yeah, for the price and for what you can do, the modularity of this controller, I don't think you can beat it. But again, guys, if you like this video, appreciate it if you give it a big thumbs up. If you're brand new to the channel, just stopping by, making videos all the time now, guys. Appreciate you hit that subscribe button. And as always, I'm Hyper for Tech. And until next time.